Hey, Phil.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Great to see you. Today was a big day for you guys at Evernote. You had some big releases very early this morning, and here you are at night.
Yeah, we came out with 2 new apps, big new redesign of Evernote Hello and Evernote Penultimate, and they were both editor's choice on, how you doing, Mike?
We keep getting, I'm going to pull Mike Arrington on here again because he just keeps heckling us, but that was Mike wooing for Evernote. Tell me, what is your philosophy as a CEO?
Wow, philosophy I think is way too generous a word for it. I just make sure that everyone has enough coffee to do great work, and it's working out so far.
And I've heard that you guys have Sushi Wednesdays. Is that fact, rumor?
Sushi Wednesdays is true, well, for a limited time only, because we took my favorite sushi chef, and he was retired from a sushi restaurant, and he was threatening to move to Hawaii, and we were able to convince him to put that off for a while and come cook at Evernote, but he's still threatening to move to Hawaii at some point, so he'll be gone any month now.
And I also want to talk about how Evernote's grown and how your CEO role has changed over the years, because now you have, what, 250 some employees?
Yeah, closing in on 300. I think like maybe 280, 290 now.
Wow. So how is it right now at this stage?
It's great. It's great. We're solidly in the area where we're having all of our good problems to have. When you're starting out, you're kind of sitting around, and you think like, oh, well, what's going to happen if we need to, move data centers twice in 1 year, or if we have too many users, or you have all these problems, and you go, oh, that'll be a good problem to have. And then, like, right now we're having all of those problems, and it turns out that the good problems to have actually suck just as bad as the bad problems to have. Maybe more so, because you have more to lose. So it's all of the stress, but it's also tremendously fun.
And I've also heard that, even as your staff has gotten bigger and bigger, the teams in which people work are staying relatively small.
Yeah, all of our teams are 5 to 8 people, because basically that's we kind of see it as the ideal team to build something is sort of the ideal number of people that you want to have over at your house for dinner, so you can have kind of one nice conversation. If you have 8 people over at the dinner table, you can still have one conversation, but if you have like 10, it's not really one conversation anymore. It's like somebody's off on the side talking, and building software is really just having a 9-month-long conversation. So we're not good at building things that take more than 8 people 9 months to do, but we are getting better at building things that 5 to 8 people can get done in 6 to 9 months.
And let's talk about the Crunchies a bit, too, because you have a Crunchie already on your mantle. 2 Crunchies on your mantle back at Evernote HQ. What's it like to have a Crunchie?
It's pretty great. We won one for, I think, best new mobile app or something like in 2008, or like really early on, which was crazy. Basically, nobody knew who we were, and the Crunchies, I think, really gave us a big leg up. And then we won for best mobile app last year, which is great. So they are both sitting actually right on my desk, and I use them to scare people. Sometimes I do crunches with them. I do curls with them.
Curls with them, yeah.
Because they're pretty light, but they look manly when you do it. So
they do. They've got the gorilla on them. It's pretty exciting. Well, I know you have a lot going on this evening, and you probably want to go and get the party started. So thank you so much for coming back here.
It's awesome to be here.